Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Going over my cheat sheet for today's only main slate for today on DraftKings. Before we continue though, if you could leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my new videos, I'd really appreciate that. You can also follow me on Twitter at crispinel16, and if you'd like access to my entire MLB sheet and my Slack chat, link is in the description below for my Patreon. And if you guys are excited for NFL like I am, I did post my quarterback breakdown video earlier in the day, so that is out. For those of you who are hungry for some NFL content, my NFL sheet is live. That thing is awesome. You should really check it out. It's got everything you need on there for just everything. It's all in one database pretty much. Helps you make plays. I'm going to be doing, tiered rankings on there, a bunch of other stuff, projections. So very excited for NFL. Doing a lot of extra content for that. It's easy to do that extra stuff for weekly sport because there's the build up to it, and baseball's every single day. So very excited for NFL. And yeah, in the comments below, I want you guys to leave your favorite SP2 option for tonight because, there's a great SP1 option in Garrett Cole, but the SP2 position's kind of dicey, so I'm curious who you guys like. So anyway, let's dive into the cheat sheet. At pitching, we have Garrett Cole at 12K versus Detroit, Ariel Jurado at 5K versus the White Sox, and Aaron Savali at 6,200 versus the New York Mets. So let's take a little dive into the pitching sheet to see why I like the guys that I like. So let's start up top at Garrett Cole at 12,000. Now, I much prefer him over Scherzer. He's coming off the IL. He's got a bad matchup versus Pittsburgh, who doesn't strike out a lot versus right-handed pitching. And Garrett Cole's been arguably the top pitcher in the league this season, 2.82 xFIP, 36.8% strikeout rate. And if Max Scherzer didn't exist, he's leading everyone by 8%. 6% walk rate's not bad either. Doesn't give up a lot of hard contact at 35%. Now, the only concern with Garrett Cole is he does have a 170 ISO to lefties, but come on, 39% strikeout rate, nearly 40% strikeout rate to lefties. Good versus righties too. There's just nothing not to like here. The matchup is excellent. Justin Verlander in the same matchup is crushing right now. Hopefully, maybe he's getting burned last time I looked, but he shouldn't be. He was through 3 innings, perfect. Three strikeouts, I think, something like that. And yeah, or is it 6? It doesn't matter. But he's got an amazing matchup, 26.5% strikeout rate to righties for Detroit, 149 team ISO, 283 team WOBA, 73 WRC plus. All these numbers are bottom of the barrel. You're seeing lots of shades of green here, which is what you like to see. So love Garrett Cole. I don't see how we don't play him. There's enough value tomorrow to get him in. Then after that, if I'm playing Garrett Cole, I probably don't want to play an expensive SP2 option because then bats are going to suck, and this isn't like a 15-game slate, so there's not like just a mass abundance of value. So I'm looking at some cheap guys. Let's talk about Aaron Savali. Now, he's having a good season. He's getting a little lucky right now, 1.5 ERA compared to a 4.21 xFIP, but if we just look at the xFIP, I don't mind that at all from a 6,200 pitcher. He's got a 23% strikeout rate, and he's been very, very good versus lefties, so 133 WOBA given up to them, 067 ISO, 36% strikeout rate, 3.3% walk rate. I hope his walk rate's not 33%. So I do like Savali here. He's good, pretty good versus righties too. A higher walk rate to righties, but it's not the best matchup in the world, but at only 6,200, I think he can get the job done. Now, there's obvious concern with some of the bats on the Mets, like Conforto and Pete Alonso and a couple of other guys. But 6,200, we don't need much. He's a decent pitcher. I might take a shot at that price tag. But I think Ariel Jurado is not bad either. Now, if you look at his numbers, it's not going to be that good. I will admit that. But 4.89 xFIP, 16% strikeout rate. Not very good. He's a kind of a reverse splits guy, worse versus righties. Not too bad versus lefties if you look at his numbers. Now, not a high strikeout guy, but the matchup versus the White Sox is ideal, and that's what I do like here. If you look at the White Sox splits versus righties, you're going to see lots of green bars down here, which you don't see with a lot of these guys down here. 26.3% strikeout rate, 141 team ISO, 293 team WOBA, and an 81 WRC plus. Jurado looks like a good punt play. He's going to allow us to get some bats in. The Astros bats are in an amazing spot. I know you guys have heard that one before. They haven't really paid off, but they're in a good spot. You should mention Garrett Cole is a negative 500 favorite going in tomorrow. 500. That's got to be, I don't know what that was. Negative. Yeah, it's like one of the highest I've seen all season. Might be the highest, but yeah, I love Garrett Cole, Ariel Jurado, and Savali. I don't love Jurado and Savali, but other than that, I'm not seeing who I really want to play. Miles Mikolas isn't a bad option at 7,200. The Rockies just, obviously they struggle on the road, so I think Mikolas is an okay option. He's probably not going to, he's not going to go off or anything, but I think he can get you 15 points and you'd be pretty happy with that. Tanaka, maybe an okay option. Probably don't want to play Maeda. Roark, not good versus the Yankees. Yarbrough has actually been on fire, but I want to play 9,300 for Yarbrough because I'm going to play Garrett Cole, so obviously not going to do that. And, Syndergaard, I don't want to use him. Marquez, So, looking like it's going to be a spend up and then punt for pitcher tomorrow. And let's go into the cheat sheet for the bats now. So, you're going to see a lot of Astros on here. I'll tell you that now. So, Robinson Chirinos 3,500 versus Jordan Zimmerman. Chirinos got power versus righties. Zimmerman is not a very good pitcher to lefties or righties. Higher ISO, lower strikeout rate to lefties, all that. So, but versus righties, he's not that good either. So, give me the entire Astros lineup in this spot. Yan Gomes at 3,200 versus Stephen Brault, the lefty. Yan Gomes has always been pretty good versus lefties. He's decently cheap. Don't mind going with him. And then Jeff Mathis, 2,000. He's just a punt play versus lefty Detweiler. Mathis, I actually ended up playing him. I was deciding between him and Stassi. I ended up going with Mathis, and he actually got a single and a steal, so that was cool at min 2K, so that's nice. Hopefully he can do something like that again. Obviously not expecting Jeff Mathis to rack up the steals, but I do think he's a good punt play, and he's going to free up some salary for us, because if I'm going to punt a position, I usually try to do that at second base or catcher. At first base, you have Yuli Gurriel, 5,100. He's been great this season versus righties and lefties. Jordan Zimmerman is a trash can, so I do like Yuli Gurriel. Jock Peterson at 4,200. The Dodgers have not played yet tonight, but I assume they should have a good game and versus Westpac and whoever else is playing. I have no idea. I don't think it really matters versus the Blue Jays and have very good pitchers. I think the Dodgers can eat again. Peterson's really cheap. He finally got his leadoff position back. He was batting 8th the other night, and he actually still homered. Now he's going to be back in the leadoff, I assume, for the next game. So don't mind using him. Westpac's actually been pretty good versus lefties, but these Dodgers lefties are much better hitters than he is a pitcher, so I'm going to give the advantage to them. And Freddie Freeman at 5,500 versus Sandy Alcantara. I'd prefer the lefties versus him, but I think the whole entire lineup's in play. They have an implied run total, one of the highest on the slate. So do like Freddie Freeman and his Braves crew. I don't have many listed, but I do like them. And then second base, Jose Altuve, 5,500. Price to the moon, but I'd like all the Astros, so I don't want to leave him off. Now he is worse versus righties, but again, Jordan Zimmerman doesn't scare me. Like the entire lineup here. Max Muncy, 5,200 versus Westpac, like the entire Dodgers lineup. Joe Panic, 3,400. Savali's been pretty decent versus lefties this season. Small sample size, but Panic should be betting high in the order. He's just too cheap in my opinion. He's been hitting value the past couple games, so I do like Panic. Third base, Anthony Rendon versus the lefty. Rendon crushes lefties this season, so sign me up for some Anthony Rendon. Probably one of the top home run calls of the slate. And Alex Bregman, 5,500 versus Jordan Zimmerman. These Astros are extremely expensive, so that's why I said if you want to play Garrett Cole and get some Astros bats, you're going to have to punt the pitching position, which people are going to want to do, so I don't mind going with Gerardo. And Yuli Gurriel, we already talked about him. Shortstop, I'm sorry for all these Astros, but Alex Bregman. Corey Seager, 4,500, like all the Dodgers. Elvis Andrus versus the lefty Detweiler. Rangers have one of the higher implied run totals. This game has a 10.5 total, so I do like Andrews at a pretty decent price there. Also think Didi Gregorius is interesting versus Tanner Roark, who struggles with lefties. Then in the high-priced outfield, I'm sorry for all the Astros, but they fill out the entire high-end outfield position. Yordan Alvarez, 5,800, the lefty versus Jordan Zimmerman. Now he's my preferred guy out of this group. Well, after Michael Brantley, I'm sorry. I prefer Alvarez over George Springer just because Zimmerman's worse versus lefties, but this entire lineup's an excellent play. Michael Brantley is my core play just because you guys know I'm a biased Michael Brantley fan, so making him my core play. And Jordan Zimmerman's a low strikeout pitcher. Michael Brantley doesn't strike out. Michael Brantley's a very good hitter. Makes total sense to me. In mid-range outfield, I got Austin Meadows at 4,800 versus Asher. I still don't know how to say this guy's name. Let's try it. Wojciechowski, something like that. Well, he's worse versus lefties, I'll tell you that. He's got a high strikeout rate to righties, so I do like Austin Meadows at this price tag. Jock Peterson at 4,200 versus Westpac. We already talked about him. Aaron Judge at 4K now. This is only because he's starting to hit again. He's really cheap. Roark's pretty tough on righties, but Judge is starting to heat up. He's got double-digit points in recent games, so don't mind going there and Judge at that cheap price tag. Then Josh Reddick at 4,200 versus Jordan Zimmerman, just a cheap piece of that Astros outfield. And I actually should have probably put Jack Mayfield in here. I feel kind of Actually, don't even know what I forget what he's priced. Let's see. He's 2,900, so I don't mind that. I was wishing he was more of a punt, like a complete punt play, but 2,900, I think he's fine too. So didn't mean to leave him out. And then the core plays for me are Garrett Cole 12,000, Jeff Mathis because we're gonna need a punt 2,000, and then Michael Brantley at 5,300. He's my favorite Astros bet. Top stacks for me are the Astros, the Braves, the Dodgers, and the Rangers. That's going to be it for the video, guys. Remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, don't miss out on any of the new videos, and check out the NFL video. Very excited for NFL. And I wish you guys the best of luck tomorrow or today, whenever you're watching.